Mitchell, thank you so much for joining the Flawless Growth podcast. I am super excited to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's start with the first question. Can you start by telling us a little bit about yourself and also what your role is at Entourage Cannabis?
Oh, for sure. I grew up in South Florida. Went
Nice.
to college in Florida Atlantic University, and right out of college, I went across the country to Oregon to pursue my passion in cannabis.
Mhm.
Um, but to answer your second part of the question, my role at Entourage, I am the Solventless rosin manager or the director, basically making sure that the quality, all the material coming in and out of our facility for rosin is at the highest possible that we can have. We
Mhm.
call it the gold standard.
Okay, nice. I moved to Florida 3.5 years ago to South Florida. And I've also visited Oregon, and it's beautiful. Are you
Oh yeah.
do you love living there more than South Florida?
I mean, I just fell in love with the nature. I fell in
I
love with
know.
how connected to um, Mother Nature that I could be.
Yeah,
It's nothing like it.
it's
The Pacific
gorgeous.
Northwest is really a magical place, and I
Uh-huh.
really enjoy it.
Agreed. Nice. And what started your passion for cannabis?
Uh, well, I mean, consuming.
Mhm.
I remember being in college and experimenting,
Mhm.
and it turned from a recreational thing into a medicinal journey because I found how this plant was able to help my friends through a lot of difficult things.
Mhm. Okay.
And as I moved out here, I was able to see more directly how Rick Sampson oil and all these other medicinal products are able to really help people that need it for really serious reasons.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it kind of over time developed as a passion project to make sure that I can help as many people as I possibly can. You know.
Mhm. I love it. And it's changed a lot through the years because before like you couldn't like even like speak about it, and now
Yeah.
we're we're all like learning more about it, and there's a lot of it's a huge industry right now, even though it has still some limitations.
Mhm.
It's growing a lot, so I think people definitely are opening their minds a little bit more into the benefits and what it could do. Anyways, it's a plant, it was created for a
100%.
reason.
We're talking about the very beginning of a very large industry that's ahead
Yeah,
of us.
yeah.
To be in a place where, when I was going into college, it wasn't even an opportunity. It wasn't really
Hmm.
something that could be available to you. And
Right.
to be where I am right now, I'm just the luckiest man alive.
That's awesome. That is beautiful. That they say that this is one of the best times to being alive. So amazing. Because if you had this passion way back when, you couldn't like really work on it, and you would be, who know, working where.
Well,
Maybe not.
we would be working in what's called the traditional market.
Right. Correct. Okay, and now talking a little bit more about solventless extraction. What
Mhm.
specifically pull you toward that?
Man, I mean, the there's a couple of reasons, but I think the first and foremost thing that really drew me to it, I remember the first time I came out here and tried just really pure rosin, and just the way that it made me feel. I felt more relaxed. I felt like more of a euphoric high rather than like a uh, stormy head. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like it 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 just makes it's a different process. It feels like a cleaner process to me,
Okay.
just from what I've seen. And I just you pay for what you get, and I feel like with the
Mhm.
highest end quality product, you really do. Um, you get what you pay for, and I
Yeah,
feel
totally.
like yeah. So for me, it was the first, it was the feeling, and then being able to actually do the process and understand everything that goes into it and
Mhm.
all the love and the labor. I mean, to pretty much be extracting trichomes off of the plant that people have been growing for months and
Uh-huh.
really just put effort in. I love it.
Got it. And if you would explain this process to someone that has no idea, how would you explain it like in simple terms?
Sure. I mean, so basically, think of cannabis as any agricultural product. Like compare it to a tomato, right?
Hmm.
Um, you know, the plant goes through a process of growing itself, and then it focuses on putting its energy into its offspring, right? And for us, the offspring is the actual cannabis, but more specifically, looking at the trichomes, right?
Hmm.
And the trichomes are what is grown on the cannabis bud, and that's actually the part that that gets you high, that gets you the medicinal effects that you're looking for.
Okay.
So we're basically using water to pull those trichomes off of the cannabis. We dry that, and then we pack it and press it on a press that's about 5 tons.
Oh, wow.
Uh, yeah, it's a really industrial press that we use. Um,
Wow.
and then we take it through our cure processes, depending on what kind of process product we want to make. It's a beautiful journey, and it's really awesome because no two uh, no two strains ever really act the same way. So it's like every time you do this, you do the same process, but it comes out completely different every time, just because the plant's gonna express itself.
Right, right. Very interesting. And is the price difference like very high or not so much?
I mean, it really depends. But for most consumers, they're trying to get the most out of their money.
Right.
So any sort of price break, most people will take that. But people that really understand this product will
Hmm.
go for it every single time.
Got it. And it's a lot about education because again, like we've mentioned, the industry is growing a lot, so people are just in the learning phase of a lot of different processes and a lot of different quality types. So it's something that you guys have to keep doing to make sure that
Constantly.
then yeah, people are okay paying that premium because they're getting something very different and understanding that there's a big process behind it, and that's why that premium is exists.
Exactly.
Mm.
And just with the process that we do, the yields that we're able to achieve are not nearly what some of the other procedures are able to do. And it's
Mhm.
not because it's inefficient. It's just we are literally trying to pull the ripest fruit off of the plant to
Mhm.
make your
Mhm.
product. You know what I
Very
mean?
nice. Yeah.
So not every single trichome is going to be exactly what we're looking for. So
Okay. Got it. It's like
yeah,
kind of like cleaning it up as much as you can to get the
yeah,
best.
exactly. We're trying to give the plant the best chance at expressing itself
Mhm.
fully.
Got it. Okay. And now you're a manager, right?
Correct.
Okay, but before you were a technician. So how did that transition happen and what's like the key differences between it?
Man, I mean, everyone has to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So, I it was crazy for me. I feel like that journey has been quick.
Mhm.
uh, but for me, the biggest difference is really realizing that you're not just there for yourself. You're there to make sure that everyone else is also taken care of and
Mhm.
accounted for,
Mhm.
So it's just the lens gets bigger. You're more of a problem solver than just trying to get
Right.
your job done.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
But yeah, I mean, I love it. I love the people I work with. It's really an amazing job that I have.
Oh, that's good. That's awesome when I hear people that are so passionate about their jobs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so in this position, like how does a typical day look like for you?
Yeah. So I mean, at this point right now, we're trying to process about 30,000 grams of fresh frozen every single day.
Wow.
So, as much as we can crank that out, we're doing it. We're
Uh-huh.
processing that hash, we're pressing it. It's a little bit of a Congo line, just kind of making sure that all of the different batches get through the process as
Right.
quickly as we can.
Uh-huh. Conga line. I love it.
Yeah.
um and for have you ever like had people that when they know what you do, they judge you or don't understand it, and how do you usually like approach that or try to educate them?
Oh man, I mean, I've been dealing with that for a very long time. You know, I have family and friends that don't really understand what I do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so you know, it's nothing new for me.
Okay,
I don't try to change people's opinions. You
okay.
know,
You already gave up
so
with that. Like it's not worth it.
yeah, it's not worth it. It's not my energy to put into that.
Very good. Very good. Because yeah, I know that there are some people that maybe can be too passionate and they try to do that, or they like conflict a little bit and they try to change people's mind. But I am a little bit more like you. Like that's not my energy. Like I have a your energy is like dollars, right? And so wherever
Yes.
you spend it, you're gonna have less throughout the day.
Yeah. No, 100%. I mean, we have what 4,600 minutes in it every single day.
Yeah.
I'm not going to waste 10 of them on something like that.
Very good. And anyways, it's gonna change with time and with new generations. So it's something that mostly time is gonna fix.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay. And what are the key differences between solventless and solvent based methods?
it's just about, you know, what we're using to extract the trichomes off of the plant.
Okay.
With the solventless, even though it's called solventless, we're using the universal solvent of water
Mm-hmm.
to mechanically separate the trichomes from the plant itself.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Um, with I mean, there's a few different solvents that you can use, like CO2, butane, ethanol, are all options, and they're just using their own methods to strip the trichomes and the cannabinoids off of the plant.
Got it.
Um, I would say our process. I mean, it's to me, it's hash is all hash. You know, I love it all the same. I'm not trying to judge one more than the other
Uh-huh.
because I have to also remember that I work for a company that mostly works for BHO. But
Okay.
you know, it's like I said before, I feel like just the rosin because it's not. I don't know chemically what's going on, but there is a difference. It feels like there's something that's stripped, or there's something that's getting pulled away from the resin or the cannabinoids when you go solvent versus solventless. I feel like
Mhm.
with the solventless, you get the full expression, the full. There's nothing tainting or like some sort of taste that you're getting from
Okay.
an external source. You know, it's
Mhm.
just the plant because
Got it.
water's tasteless.
Uh-huh. Correct. Absolutely. Got it. And have you felt that like since you started in the company and now has it grown a lot or has it kind of stayed the same?
Oh my god! I mean, in the 2 years that I've been at Entourage, I mean, we've quadrupled. Um,
Wow. That is
yeah,
amazing.
and they're still looking for more growth. I mean, we
Oh
just put on a
no.
night shift last week, actually. So
Wow.
yeah, it's just constantly growing. We're really trying to get ready for when federal legalization comes,
Okay.
because
Uh-huh.
when that comes, it's just the game is going to get way bigger. So
100%.
we just want to be ready for that whenever that moment comes. You know,
We're not sure like when that's gonna happen, right? Or is there like a timeline that you guys are expecting for it to
I mean,
it
we
depends
hope
on
tomorrow, right?
right. Yesterday.
Yeah, yeah, but you know, with politics the way that they are, we don't know.
Right.
Um,
Right.
but you know, I do know that the company I work for is advocate or huge advocates for getting that done. They go to DC on a regular basis to try to lobby for it. So, um, you know, it's it's something that we take seriously,
Yeah.
and you know, we see it coming in the next 5 to 10 years.
Mhm. Absolutely. And how does it work when like how do you guys if there's still some limitations, how do you guys like approach that? You have to have certain permissions, um, or how does it work?
As far as like
Like to
distribution,
function,
or
yeah, like to function as a business and distribution and all of that.
well, we are landlocked to our state of Oregon.
Hmm.
We're not able to sell outside of the state.
Got it. Got it.
That doesn't stop customers from doing whatever they want,
Right.
but
And coming to the state and traveling
yeah,
around. Yeah.
taking it outward.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Got it.
I
Okay.
mean, yeah, yeah.
And is there what are the best seller products? And if you could give like an example of what each one is for or does.
Sure. I would say that our best selling product has to be our 510 thread cartridges. I mean, just for the convenience, and people already have their own batteries. They just want to be able to pop on that cartridge
Mm-hmm.
and just go about their day, you know. Also, our all in ones. I mean, for that convenience, I think that really cannabis is heading towards convenience. So,
Mm.
the more convenient way that we can get consumption is going to be what the future is going to be because you know, I could already see in the last 10 years that I've been smoking where, we started out on titanium nails and smoking with blow torches and it
Yeah,
looked really sketchy.
yeah,
And
yeah.
now we've got portable electric rigs that are
Right.
able to with tap with two buttons and now you're hitting it within a minute,
A
you know?
minute. Mm.
Um, I think that people are going to have their preference about how they smoke, but I think that ultimately everyone is heading towards the most convenient outlook,
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. Got it. And what you mentioned at the beginning, you touched a little bit about the people that use it that have maybe chronic illnesses or they're going through an illness. What are the illnesses that you guys like see most of people that consume it for medical purposes?
Oh, for sure. I mean, um, you've got people that have epilepsy and other
Mm,
like neurological issues. The people with stomach issues, people that have headaches or chronic illnesses.
hmm.
Just for overall pain alleviation, I feel
Right.
like is one of the most common.
Hmm. And there's I've heard sometimes there's people that say like it's not for me, it just makes me feel very tired. Do you think that that is like if you feel tired when you tried it, that's the usual way that you're gonna feel, or do you think that you should try different kinds or different processes like you guys are doing to see if you get a different feeling?
Well, I mean, I would say cannabis is a tool, and not everyone needs that tool.
Hmm.
You
Okay.
know, um, I have met plenty of people that have smoked for, a long time, and they find that afterwards they just are over it. They don't need it anymore the same way they used.
Mm, okay, got it.
So I'm not, again, not trying to convince anyone that they should do one thing or the other. I
Hmm.
think that everyone needs to listen to their bodies, you know?
Yeah, understood. Got it. Okay. And what do you think has been the biggest challenges that you faced throughout working in this company?
Uh, I mean, there have been so many challenges. I would say the one of the biggest ones is proving myself,
Hmm.
proving my worth, and the quality of my work was the biggest first challenge that I had to come across.
Hmm.
But not only doing so, but thriving with first place trophies.
Oh, nice.
It's been a dream come true. I really am so grateful for where I am.
That is awesome. So you guys do like contests and things like that at the company?
Yes.
Very cool.
Uh, yeah, we have twice a year. We have Growers Cup and the I think it's the Cannibal or the oh gosh, what is it? Little people. Yeah.
And is there any other memorable moment that you can think of that you have um, gone through apart from winning those trophies?
Well, I went to a couple events actually in the last year. So we went to MJ BizCon back in December
Uh-huh.
and went out to Vegas, and that was mind opening. I mean, just being able to see how large the industry is
Mhm.
internationally. I
Mhm.
mean, we spent 4 days there, and I feel like I still didn't see everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it
Like
was
a
overwhelming.
museum, like a huge
Yeah, no,
museum.
I think literally they said that just for the event, over 1 million people showed up.
Jesus, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, and then later in March, just to put that in perspective, I got the opportunity to go to Barcelona to
Oh,
go to
nice.
Spanish in March. Yeah, and that was only about 50,000 people, but that had its own hurdles to get over, and
Hmm.
to actually go abroad. And I don't know, that opened my mind up for different reasons. That,
Hmm.
being in America, we're super privileged to have all of the equipment and technology that we have.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are super passionate about this plant, and I'm privileged to be where I am.
100%. And not just like the equipment, but also the way that in America there's a lot of abundance in regards to business. So it
Mhm.
is definitely a very privileged position to be able to grow a business in America because it grows faster. It grows. You have a lot of opportunities. Sometimes in other countries is way harder, and also in countries where there may be more like their mindset is a little bit more kind of in the past. So it's
Yeah,
even way harder to overcome with industries like this.
of course. Yeah, and you add on the top of the legality of it in
Mhm.
these international countries that are just trying to grow a plant. It's
Yeah, yeah.
and other like problems like tariffs and other
Hmm.
stuff that's
Hmm.
preventing them from being able to afford the equipment. It's
Right.
really unfortunate. I feel like it would be a lot different if everyone had the same opportunity.
Totally, 100%. And but you guys are doing are shaping the way, like first in the US and then slowly everything it's going to follow.
Oh yeah,
So.
no. What I've noticed from going out there is that a lot of the world looks at America,
Hmm.
specifically California and the
Hmm.
Pacific Northwest, for where the genetic where we're going, like what direction we're heading in,
Correct.
as far as what the new hype is and what the new strains that people are craving.
100%. And I've heard about that Vegas conference. I haven't been there, but I've heard about it and that it's just ginormous. That is, as you mentioned, like mind blowing. You just
Yeah,
can't believe that the industry is so big. Like you would never like think it's so big.
and there's so many companies that are doing like just packaging or just like small little parts of it, not
Uh
even
huh.
touching the plant.
Uh huh. Right.
It's the legal teams, the business teams. I mean, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
a lot
Totally.
more wide stretching than I even thought of it would
Uh
be.
huh. Very cool. And apart from maybe going to events and things like that, how do you stay on top of trends or new techniques?
Sure. I mean, I feel like the internet is a powerful tool.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people like to share their findings, their new techniques, the new
Yeah.
on you know platforms like Reddit, Instagram. I know that the press club's blog has been huge for me, especially when I was first starting out.
Hmm.
There's just so much information that's out there, free, that you can use
Yeah.
to really kind of help yourself out with that. So, that's really where I go when I'm trying to find what I should be focusing on next.
100%. I think that at this point in time, there should really not be an excuse for not learning anything. It's so easy. It's so on our hands. It's just asking the question and and
Hmm.
and wanting to put the work. But that's it. Like for example, I own a digital marketing agency and I learned to manage Google Ads all by myself with YouTube. And it was
It's amazing.
yeah, exactly. And there's like video like 3-hour videos for free, things like that, tutorials. So you can definitely learn whatever you want in internet.
100%. I really think that it comes down to people's will and want to do something.
Yes.
If you really want to do it, you're going to do it.
Yeah,
There's no excuse.
100%. Okay. And what advice would you give to somebody that wants to get in the industry, um, and that maybe they're scared or afraid or they don't know where to start?
Man, I mean, it's tough. It really is a tough industry to get into. I feel like 80% of jobs that exist or get hired is because someone knew someone.
Okay.
So I would say for people that are trying to get into the industry, break out of your comfort zone, meet some people, go to these cannabis events and
Hmm.
actually talk to them about it, because if you're actually passionate about what you're doing, people will see that.
Yeah.
And, jobs come up all the time. So as long as you have your ear to the ground, just keep focusing on what you want, you'll get there.
Mhm.
Just be persistent.
Yeah, totally. That's very good, and especially the idea to also going to events, because I feel that right now it's especially like young people, they are becoming very, and I have this issue too, like everything is just the internet. And it's like, no, I don't want to go and talk to people and meet people. But
Oh yeah.
definitely something that it's a skill that you're gonna benefit a lot from if you get it, or if you fight against not like against just being in the computer.
Yep. Yeah. No. It's amazing what can happen once you break out of your comfort zone.
Exactly. Okay, Mitchell, now let's talk a little bit about digital marketing. Do you have
Sure.
any involvement in the digital marketing of the company?
Oh yeah, and that's something that I feel like the company really took on about me when I first got on. The
Mm.
company is, I would post all the time about what I'm working on that day, or then what's coming down the pipeline,
Uh-huh. Very cool.
and for one, I feel like the farms really enjoy it because
Hmm.
they get to see their product and where their product is in the line. They get
Totally.
to post it on their own social medias, so
Uh-huh.
they
Uh-huh.
feel like they can also, it gets bring some attention to what they have going on.
Hmm.
Um, so I think that for everyone, it really works out great, and
Exactly.
just being able to also advertise the work that I'm doing.
Yeah. So that's something that you started on your own, like on your personal profile, and
Uh,
like that, or no, or is it that like on the company's profile that you post all of this?
well, so I started this project when I worked at TJ's Gardens,
Okay.
and I was working on that for about two years before we actually had to split ways, and I
Mm,
made my transition over to Entourage.
got it. Uh-huh.
So it was something that I was passionate about before joining Entourage, but I feel like it's brought on a whole new purpose being here.
Mhm, mhm. And do you usually, like, most of the digital marketing that you do is organic posting, or do you guys also do any type? I know there's a lot of limitations with this industry, but do you guys do any type of advertising or like blogs? What else can it be? Maybe like the TikTok reels, things like that.
For sure. I mean, we don't do the trendy stuff like TikTok reels like that, but I mean, we have a whole marketing department that's dedicated to making sure that we're at every event, that we're
Okay.
published in the local magazines, that
Mm.
we're out there in all the different media forms that people can see us.
Mhm.
Especially at the dispensaries themselves. I mean, that's the most important, right?
Yeah.
If you want people to be buying your product, you have to make sure that they're visible to it.
Uh-huh. 100%. So yeah, like with sometimes with this industry, you have to do a little bit more of the traditional marketing still, because there's a lot of limitations right now. Maybe in the future they might change. Let's hope so. But yeah, there's like you guys have had to get very creative, or gone back to the basics in order to be able to grow, both like in the business and online.
Absolutely. There's a lot of challenges that the cannabis industry has to face that most industries don't. Banking being one
Mm-hmm.
of them.
Oh wow. I didn't know
Yeah,
that. Okay.
yeah. A lot of the business has to be cash operated because of that. So, and
Mm-hmm.
financing is really not as big as in other industries. It's that's still we're still in the infancy of this industry. There's so much that needs to expand and grow. It's just we have to do the dirty work to get it there.
Right. 100%. And do you usually, like, on your day to day, or sometimes collaborate with that marketing team, or that's just a little bit more separate?
Oh yeah, no, I collaborate with them for sure. I always every time that I'm posting, I'm always tagging Entourage as
Hmm.
a member of what's going on. So,
Hmm.
it's some days they're a bit more busy than others.
Right. Of
but
course.
I appreciate everybody that I work with.
Uh-huh.
We try to work as a well-oiled machine. I think everyone knows their place,
Mm,
and it really does a great job executing.
very cool. It's all the people there, like you guys go to the office every day, or is there people that work remotely, or how does it work?
I don't think anyone works remotely.
Got
I believe so. We have an office where a lot of our admin people work and our salespeople work, and then we have a lab
it.
where
Hmm.
a lot of production and packaging happens.
Got it. Very cool. Okay. Where can people know a little bit more about you or about Entourage?
I would say if people want to reach out to me, go follow me on Instagram. Mitch makes 710. We also have Entourage Oregon on Instagram as well.
Mhm.
That'd probably be the best way to contact us. If you're in Oregon, go to your local dispensary, ask about Entourage Cannabis.
Mhm.
I'm sure they'd be happy to help you out.
Nice. Thank you so much, Mitchell. I learned a lot. It's an industry that I don't know a lot about, so I'm super excited to get to know a little bit more and talk with an expert.
Thank you, Marie. I appreciate your time.
Absolutely.